Have you ever wondered about the character of Boaz and his significance in the Book of Ruth? The Book of Ruth, a captivating narrative of loyalty, redemption and love, introduces us to Boaz, a man of considerable wealth and influence. Boaz is not merely a wealthy landowner but a figure of prominence within his community. His vast fields are not just symbols of his affluence, but also markers of his vital role in Bethlehem's agricultural sector. The harvest season finds him actively engaged, overseeing the work and ensuring a successful yield. This hands-on approach to land management is a testament to his sense of responsibility and dedication. But there's more to Boaz than just his wealth and status. His character is further illuminated by his compassionate and responsible actions, particularly towards those less fortunate. Intrigued yet? Let's delve deeper into the character of Boaz, a man whose actions and qualities we can learn from. Boaz was not just a wealthy landowner but an active participant in his community's livelihood. A man of considerable means, Boaz was more than just a wealthy individual. He was a steward of the land, a figure of prominence, whose vast fields were a testament to his wealth, yes, but also to his role in the agricultural fabric of Bethlehem. Unlike the absentee landlords of today, Boaz was not one to sit back and let others do the hard work. He was there, in the thick of it all, as the harvest season rolled around. His hands-on approach to land management was a lesson in diligence and responsibility. He was present, overseeing the work, ensuring that the harvest was successful. He was not merely an owner, he was an active participant, a driving force behind the agricultural prosperity of his town. And it wasn't just about the harvest. Boaz's active involvement extended to every aspect of land management. From the planting of the seeds to the gathering of the produce, Boaz was there, guiding, directing, and ensuring that the land yielded its bounty. His dedication to his land was not born out of a desire for personal gain, but out of a commitment to his community, to the people who relied on the land's bounty for their livelihood. But Boaz's role did not stop at being a diligent landowner. He was also a pillar of his community, a respected figure whose influence extended beyond his fields. His ownership of the land wasn't just a sign of his wealth, it was a symbol of his commitment to his people, to their welfare, and to their prosperity. His actions were a testament to his belief that the land was not just a resource to be exploited, but a treasure to be cared for, a gift to be nurtured for the benefit of all. And so, Boaz was more than just a man of wealth. He was a man of the land, a man of his people. He was a steward, a caretaker, a guiding hand. Boaz was more than a wealthy man, he was a steward of the land and a pillar of his community. Beyond his responsibilities, Boaz was a man of compassion and generosity. Picture this, the fields of Bethlehem, golden with ripe barley. Among the harvesters, a foreign woman, Ruth, diligently gleans the fallen grain. Ruth, a Moabite who has chosen loyalty to her mother-in-law Naomi over the comfort of her homeland, is a stranger in a foreign land. Yet, it is in this unfamiliar terrain that she encounters an unexpected kindness. Enter Boaz, a wealthy landowner. In Ruth, he sees not a foreigner, not a stranger, but a woman of noble character. Despite having no legal obligation to do so, Boaz extends a hand of generosity. He instructs his workers not to bother Ruth, providing her a safe space to work and gather food. But Boaz doesn't stop there. He goes a step further, allowing her to glean from untouched sections of his field, a privilege not typically extended to gleaners. This act of unexpected kindness, this generosity beyond duty, illuminates Boaz's character. He is a man who sees beyond social status and nationality, recognizing the dignity inherent in every individual. His compassion extends beyond the confines of a contract or law. It is rooted in a sense of social responsibility, in a belief that those with more have a duty to support those with less. Yet Boaz's kindness is not just about charity, it's about empowerment. By allowing Ruth to glean from untouched sections of his field, he provides her with an opportunity to work and earn her sustenance. He respects her dignity, her desire to contribute and take care of herself and Naomi. His act of kindness is, therefore, not just a handout, but a hand up. This is the essence of Boaz's kindness. It is not merely about giving but about enabling, empowering, and uplifting. It's about seeing others not as liabilities, but as individuals with potential, individuals who, given the right opportunities, can thrive. Boaz's kindness to Ruth, a stranger and a foreigner, reveals a heart that sees beyond social status and nationality. Boaz's interest in Ruth wasn't just about compassion, he saw potential in her. Now what does this tell us about Boaz? It reveals an aspect of his character that goes beyond mere kindness. It shows us a man who is not just a protector, but also a provider, a man who recognizes potential and fosters it. When Ruth, a foreigner in Bethlehem, started gleaning in Boaz's fields, he didn't just see a woman in need, he saw a woman of strength, loyalty, and determination. He learned about her story, her unwavering loyalty to her mother-in-law Naomi, her willingness to leave her homeland, and her readiness to work hard under the scorching sun. Boaz saw these qualities in Ruth and acknowledged them, admired them. He saw potential in her, potential that was worth nurturing. Boaz was not content with merely allowing Ruth to glean in his fields. He took steps to ensure her safety and well-being. He instructed his workers not to harass her, and he even allowed her to glean from the untouched sections of the field. This was not a requirement. It was an act of kindness, and a demonstration of Boaz's willingness to provide for those under his care. But Boaz didn't stop there. He invited Ruth to eat with him and his workers, offering her food and drink. He made sure she was well taken care of, not just in terms of physical safety but also in terms of her basic needs. These acts of generosity were not just about providing for Ruth's immediate needs but were also about creating an environment where she could thrive. Boaz's actions towards Ruth were a reflection of his approach to leadership and business. He was a man who recognized potential and invested in it. He understood that helping others achieve their potential was not just about charity. It was about creating a society where everyone could contribute and thrive. Boaz was more than a protector. He was a provider who saw potential in others and helped them thrive. His story is an inspiration for all of us, reminding us that true leadership is about recognizing potential, nurturing it, and creating an environment where everyone can thrive. Boaz's integrity shines through when he steps into the role of a kinsman redeemer. In the ancient society of Bethlehem, a kinsman redeemer was a male relative who had the privilege or responsibility to act on behalf of a relative who was in trouble, danger, or need. It was an honorable role that required a strong sense of duty and a willingness to place family needs above personal interests. Boaz was introduced to this role when Naomi, Ruth's mother-in-law, revealed her family situation. Naomi's husband, a relative of Boaz, had passed away, leaving them without a male heir to continue their family line or reclaim their lost land. Here, Boaz was presented with an opportunity to become a kinsman redeemer. But this was more than just an opportunity, it was a legal and social obligation. It was a chance for Boaz to demonstrate his respect for tradition, his commitment to his family, and his understanding of the law, and he did not shy away from it. Boaz readily agreed to become a kinsman redeemer. This meant he would marry Ruth, ensuring that the lineage of Naomi's deceased husband would continue. He would also reclaim the lost land, securing the economic future of Naomi and Ruth. But Boaz's commitment to this role was not just about fulfilling a duty or securing personal benefits. It was about something much more profound. It was about ensuring justice for his family and maintaining the integrity of the community. It was about honoring the law and the traditions of his people. Boaz's actions as a kinsman redeemer speak volumes about his character. He was a man who understood his responsibilities and did not hesitate to fulfill them. He was a man who respected the law and was willing to act on it, even when it required personal sacrifice. Boaz's willingness to become a kinsman redeemer showcases his commitment to his family and his respect for the law. His story is a powerful reminder that success in business and in life is not just about wealth or power. It's also about integrity, responsibility, and a commitment to doing what's right. Boaz's actions go beyond duty. They embody ethical business practices. Now let's delve into the heart of this statement, shall we? The story of Ruth and Boaz takes an interesting turn when a closer relative of Naomi's deceased husband surfaces, a man who has a prior right to claim the land and marry Ruth. This is where Boaz's character truly shines. Instead of taking advantage of his wealth and status to manipulate the situation, he does something quite different. Boaz, in his wisdom, does not rush to claim his rights as a kinsman redeemer. He approaches the situation with fairness and integrity. He arranges a formal meeting at the city gate, the place where legal transactions were conducted, and he presents the closer relative with the opportunity to fulfill his duty. In a world where he could have easily exercised his power and influence, Boaz chooses the path of honesty and transparency. He respects the rights of the closer relative, giving him the first option to redeem the land and marry Ruth. When the closer relative declines the offer, Boaz is free to step in and fulfill his role as kinsman redeemer. But it's important to note that his actions were not driven solely by personal gain. His decision to step in was a blend of personal interest, yes, but also a deep sense of responsibility and respect for the law. In this, Boaz demonstrates a remarkable commitment to fairness and legal integrity. He shows us that conducting business ethically is not about doing the bare minimum. It's about going beyond, about ensuring that every stakeholder is treated with fairness and respect. Even back in the days of harvest fields and city gates, Boaz was a model of ethical business practices. And today, several millennia later, his actions remain relevant. His story serves as a reminder that business isn't just about transactions and profits, it's about people, it's about community, and it's about maintaining integrity even when the easier path presents itself. Boaz's ethical approach to business serves as a model for all entrepreneurs. His story, etched in the ancient scrolls of the Book of Ruth, continues to inspire and guide us in our journey towards ethical entrepreneurship. Boaz's story is not just a tale from the past, it's a guide for present and future entrepreneurs. Boaz, a figure from antiquity, emerges as a beacon of compassion, integrity, and responsible stewardship. His story, rooted in the fertile fields of Bethlehem, is a narrative of leadership that goes beyond mere duty to encompass a broader vision of community and ethical business practices. As a landowner, Boaz was a pillar of the community. His vast fields were more than just a symbol of wealth. They were a testament to his active involvement in Bethlehem's agricultural sector. He didn't shy away from getting his hands dirty, overseeing the work, and ensuring a successful yield. His hands-on approach to land management was a testament to his commitment and responsibility, but Boaz's character extended beyond his fields. His kindness towards Ruth, a foreigner gleaning barley from his land, showcased a generous spirit. Despite having no legal obligation, he protected her, allowed her to glean from untouched sections, and ensured her well-being. This act of kindness wasn't merely an act of charity, it was a demonstration of Boaz's social responsibility towards those less fortunate. Boaz's role as a kinsman redeemer further underlines his moral integrity. He stepped up to reclaim Naomi's lost land and marry Ruth, thereby ensuring the continuation of their lineage. His actions, guided by respect for tradition and social obligation, were a testament to his commitment to doing what was right. But perhaps the most striking aspect of Boaz's legacy is his ethical approach to business. When presented with the opportunity to benefit personally, he ensured fair treatment for another relative with a prior claim to the land. This commitment to fairness and respect for the law serves as a model for all entrepreneurs. Boaz's legacy is more than just a story. It's a blueprint for success that goes beyond accumulating wealth. It's about using resources wisely, treating others with kindness and respect, and making a positive impact on the community. Boaz's legacy is a reminder that true success lies in using one's resources and influence to create a positive impact on the community. Thank you for watching Glorious Tube channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share, and press the notification button.